Hey everybody, we are back. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the subconscious mind, that your subconscious mind cannot reason like your conscious mind. Okay, your conscious mind is your thinking mind. Your conscious mind is your analytical mind. Your conscious mind is your waking mind. Okay, what you see in your 3D world most of the time is dictating from your conscious mind. So this is going to be kind of the meat and potatoes of manifesting. This is going to be the meat and potatoes why kind of manifesting doesn't work. But on the flip side, okay, why you want to influence your subconscious mind. Just like you're following Neville Goddard. If you're following Neville Goddard, you're doing all the Neville Goddard techniques. You're living in the wish fulfilled. Your imagination creates reality. This is why you want to influence your subconscious mind. Because once you influence your subconscious mind, like boom, it's going to come to you. No matter if you want it or not. No matter if even if you don't want it anymore, once you influence your subconscious mind, it's going to come to you. Now, the title of this is the subconscious cannot reason like your conscious mind. And this is taken out of The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Joseph Murphy, I mean, he dissects the power of our subconscious mind. Now, each of the old school prosperity teachers, they really have their own little way of explaining things and how things work, but they all agree on the same stuff. It's not like Joseph Murphy was better than Neville Goddard, and Neville Goddard was better than Thomas Troward, and so forth and so forth. But, they all have their own way of explaining success, explaining manifesting, explaining how to get wealth, health, and prosperity in every area of your life. The subconscious mind cannot reason like your conscious mind. I love this. Your subconscious mind cannot argue controversially. This is what you have to understand. Once you influence your subconscious mind, once you give it something, it's going to give it to you. It doesn't argue with you. It doesn't debate with you. Okay. It doesn't analyze anything. It doesn't try to figure out if something's good for you or something's bad for you. It just gives it to you. It just as is. Your subconscious mind doesn't play favorites. Okay. It doesn't like Jane over here more than they like you. Okay. It just gives it to you. Okay. Whatever you're thinking about over and over and over again, your subconscious mind just takes it as fact. It just takes it as, Chad's thinking about this over and over and over again. He must like it. So I'm going to give him more of that. And I'm going to give him more of those similar situations. So this is what Joseph Murphy means when he says your subconscious mind cannot argue with you. Hence, if you give it the wrong suggestions, if you think about the wrong stuff, it will accept them as true and will proceed to bring them to pass as conditions, experiences, and events in your life. That's what you have to understand, is it will just accept it as true. Okay. If I'm thinking about something I don't like, this is why when we go down the rabbit hole of negative and thinking negative, and we think negative all through the day, that's why it's kind of like the cycle of karma. That's why the same similar things keep on happening to you, because you're thinking the same way. And without you knowing it, you're influencing your subconscious mind, and it's just giving it to you, positive or negative. That's what it's giving you. It doesn't play favorites. It's not that Chad has the favor of God over you. We both have the same power, okay? It just depends upon how we use that power. All things that have happened to you are based on thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. Listen to this one more time, and I will highlight this. I forgot about that. This is where I'm at right here. All things that have happened to you are based on thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. Okay, it's what you believe. Now, because now basically what's happening, and I'm sure Joseph Murphy will explain this, is that what you're thinking over and over again in your conscious mind, in your analytical mind, in your thinking mind, okay, what you're thinking about over and over again, your subconscious just takes it as fact. It takes it as true. Okay, it goes off of belief. What you believe is true, that influences your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is going to give it to you. So I'll read it one more time. All things that have happened to you, your whole life right now, think about it this way. All things that have happened to you are based on your thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. Okay, another way to put it, what you see in your 3D world right now, what's going on in your life right now, are literally based on your thoughts and your beliefs. We've all heard that you manifest from within out. It's from within you. It's from your deep core rooted beliefs. It's from the secret you, your secret beliefs. If you have conveyed erroneous concepts to your subconscious mind, the sure method of overcoming them is by the repetition of constructive, harmonious thoughts, frequently repeated, which your subconscious mind accepts, thus forming new and healthy habits of thought and life. For your subconscious mind is a seat of habit. Listen to this. I love Joseph Murphy. I love how he puts stuff. I mean, puts up. It's so simple, but it's strong when he writes. For your subconscious mind is a seat of habit. Okay, that's kind of scary when you think about it here for a second, because what are your habits? Okay, do we get up in the morning and our mind just once we jump in a shower, we're brushing our teeth, our mind just goes in a gutter and we start thinking negative? I mean, start becoming aware, and you're notice that with you right when you get up in the morning. Once you kind of just wake up, your mind just goes right into habitual thinking, and most of the time it's negative. Sometimes it's negative about work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with my boss. My boss will be in a bad mood. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And Joseph Murphy is saying your subconscious mind is a seat of habit. What you're in a habit of thinking is what's actually coming to you. The reason why it's coming to you, because you're influencing your subconscious mind. And I'll read that one more time because I was scrolling down as I was reading it because it was doing a page break here on me. If you have conveyed erroneous concepts to your subconscious mind, and what he means by that, things aren't true. You're thinking negative. Okay. Sometimes we think that. Sometimes we let our mind go wild. We think things that hasn't even occurred or happened. We make even like let's say we don't get along with our boss at work, but we'll go inside our imagination and we'll make up like pretend arguments in our mind. And isn't it funny how we'll make up pretend arguments in our mind? Down the road, we'll have similar things that happen to us, that what we just imagined that didn't even happen yet. The sure method of overcoming them is by the repetition of constructive, harmonious thoughts. Almost like affirmations. He's talking about affirmations here, or robotic affirmations. Repeated, which your subconscious mind accepts. When you just repeat something over and over and over again, no matter if it's a lie, your subconscious mind will accept it as true. This is what Joseph Murphy is saying. When you repeat something over and over and over again, no matter if it's the truth or a lie, no matter if it's positive or negative, it's going to come to you, because eventually you're going to influence your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind just takes it as fact, takes it as true, and gives it to you. And once this happens, Joseph Murphy says, thus forming new and healthy habits of thought and life. For your subconscious mind is a seat of habit. And since I brought up affirmations here, I'll talk about that for a couple minutes here. Affirmations, robotic affirmations, no matter what you want to call it. And most of the time, in my opinion, affirmations are going to be robotic, meaning you're just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again until it becomes a habit for you. And I'll give you some examples in my own life. Is every time I go shopping, and I say grocery shopping at this point, every time I go grocery shopping, when I'm walking around, I'm always telling myself, secretly, by the way, I said secretly, by the way, but that way I don't look crazy when I'm shopping, I'm always secretly telling myself, I can buy anything in here. I can buy anything I want. And an amazing thing happened when I do that, because every time I go grocery shopping, I do it. And now I've formed a habit of doing it. Now, every time I go grocery shopping, my mind just naturally goes there by habit. I can buy anything I want. I can afford anything I want. But what's unique about this is the other day I'm in Thailand. I went down to Blueport. That's a big mall here in Hua Hin. And they had a great big car show. And they had fancy cars there. They had like Lamborghinis, high-end cars, Lamborghinis, McLarens, Porsches. And while I was walking around looking at everything, my mind just went there naturally. I didn't even think it. My mind just went there naturally and said, and I was repeating to myself, I can buy anything I want in here. I can buy this. I can buy that Porsche. I can buy that McLaren. And I was naturally doing it. I wasn't forcing myself to do it. Okay. This is the power of affirmations, the power of robotic affirmations. It's like the same thing. Like I'll get up in the morning and I'll walk around several times a day. I'll repeat this to me and I'll say stuff about money. I'll say, money comes to me so fast, I don't even know what to do with it. Okay. Every time I spend money, it comes back to me double. If someone rips me off, I let them borrow money, I'm paid by 7 times. And I say this stuff over and over and over again until it becomes such a habit where I'm just naturally thinking that way. And this is what I know. Once things become a habit, and Joseph Murphy says it here, your subconscious mind is a seat of habit. Your subconscious mind will make it happen for you what you truly believe. Then he goes on and he says, habitual thinking of your conscious mind establishes deep grooves in your subconscious mind. Wow, this kind of fit in exactly what I was talking about. I didn't reread this actually before I did this video, but this fits in perfectly when I was talking about affirmations here. Is listen to this again. Habitual thinking of your conscious mind establishes deep grooves in your subconscious mind. Okay, whatever you're thinking on habit, okay, it's developing your subconscious mind. It's getting rooted deep in your subconscious mind. And remember, I'm going to repeat this over and over and over again. I might even break out in a song since I have this new mic right here. I'm sure you don't want to hear me sing. You might click off this video right away. Or maybe the video will go viral because it'll be so funny. But anyway, habitual thinking of your conscious mind establishes deep grooves in your subconscious. This is very favorable for you if your habitual thoughts are harmonious, peaceful, and constructive. He even says this, if you use it the right way, okay, all the laws of the universe can work for us or against us. This is what we have to understand about universal law, okay? And your subconscious mind follows universal law. Why is that? Why did your subconscious mind follow the laws of the universe? Because your subconscious mind is your spiritual mind. Your subconscious mind is what links you to the spirit. Your subconscious mind is what links you to God, if you want to believe that far. Because remember, what do universal laws say? There's universal laws, there's always a polar opposite. Universal laws don't play favorites. If there's a positive, well, there has to be a negative. Okay, if there's an up, there has to be a down. There's a left, there has to be a right. If there's a hot, there has to be a cold. But it doesn't matter. Everything's on the same plane. If you think positive, positive has to come to you, but the direct opposite is true too. If you think negative, well, negative has to come to you. It doesn't play favorites, but it's the same way with your subconscious mind. Once you influence it, it doesn't play favorites. If you think negative and that becomes a habit, thought, that's going to come to you. And similar things are going to come to you. But the reverse is true too. Just like if we talk about Neville Goddard. If you influence your subconscious mind right before bed, my bed's back here because my little nook area is in the bedroom. But right before the bed, you lay down 15 minutes before you go to sleep, you go inside your imagination and you dream about your dream car. And you're in there actually driving your dream car. You can smell your dream car. You can feel the steering wheel. You can hear the engine rev. See, the great news is once you influence it, once you influence your subconscious mind with your dream car, it's going to come to you. It's going to work the puzzle pieces together for you to get that dream car. So it works on both planes. It works on both ways. It works for the negative just as well for the positive. This is what we have to understand. And the last paragraph here on this little excerpt here. If you have indulged in fear, worry, and other destructive forms of thinking, the remedy is to recognize the opulence of your subconscious mind and decree freedom, happiness, and perfect health. Your subconscious mind, being creative and one with the divine source, will proceed to create the freedom and happiness which you have earnestly decreed. Isn't that so powerful? The last sentence here. And I kind of just said that when I was rambling on and on and on. As your subconscious mind being the creative mind. Remember, he's using different words for your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your creative mind. The reason why it's your creative mind, this is where your imagination comes from. This is why your imagination creates reality in all the never Galo techniques, because your imagination is linked to your subconscious mind. That's why it influences so heavily on your subconscious mind, because what you imagine, and we think out of habit. Okay, we have the same thoughts all day long. Okay, and once it becomes a habit, we naturally go into our imagination and see ourselves doing everything. But the hard thing to grasp here is that most of the time we're using our imagination for the negative. Most of the time we're using our imagination for what we don't like. Except using it in reverse. Use your imagination for what you do like, for what you do want, for what you do enjoy. And you'll see your life kind of just spin, do a complete flip-flop. But I will read this paragraph one more time, and we'll sum this up and wrap this up for you. If you have indulged in fear, worry, and other destructive forms of thinking, okay, and we all have, okay, but it depends upon how often we're doing it. I mean, having a negative thought, you're never going to get away from it. We're all of us, even myself, we're all going to have negative thoughts. We're all going to have good days and bad days. But the key is how long do you stay in those? How long do you stay in those bad moments? How long do you stay in those negative moments? Until you get the awareness that, dude, my mind sucks right now, and I start my affirmations, robotic affirmations, and I get out of it. That's how long you stay there. Do you stay there for days and weeks and months or years? Or do you catch yourself, and you might be there for a couple hours, but you catch yourself and get out of it? We all have fear, worry, and doubt, okay? But it's how long you stay there. It's not about not having these emotions and fighting against them. It's about accepting them, being aware of it, then it's easier to get out of it. Your subconscious mind and decree freedom. So you have fear, worry, and disruptive forms of thinking. Recognize it, and your subconscious mind and decree freedom, happiness, and perfect health. Your subconscious mind, being creative and the one with the divine source, will proceed to create the freedom and happiness for you, which you have earnestly decreed. And he's using a strong word here, decreed. And I love decreed because decreed means expect. You demanded it. When you decree something, you expect it. You demanded it. You demanded it to happen. That's what he means by decreed. But anyway, guys, let's wrap this up. This is the subconscious mind cannot reason like your conscious mind. And remember, this is kind of the meat and potatoes here. This is the real reason why you're trying to influence your subconscious mind. Even if you're kind of new at this and you don't know what you're doing, you're just trying to follow these law of attraction techniques or manifesting techniques or Neville Goddard techniques. You're trying to influence your subconscious mind, going inside your imagination, because you've heard imagination creates reality, and you're trying to drift off to sleep in that state. That's the whole reason why you're trying to drift off to sleep in that state, because once we get in a sleepy state, our conscious mind gets sleepy. Our conscious mind wants to shut off, and our subconscious mind takes over. Our subconscious mind in that sleepy state, and when we actually fall asleep, is at almost 100, at that point, 100% control. So that's why we're trying to fall asleep in these states once we get sleepy. And at the same time, you have to be aware of what you're doing when you're in sleepy states, what you're doing when you're getting sleepy and want to take a nap. Are you in a habit of just letting the radio play, listening to music, having a movie on, and that's what you're listening to and falling asleep to? Because that's influencing your subconscious mind. Okay. Well, once you kind of get good with this, you're going to know that whatever you influence your subconscious mind with is happening right now to you in your 3D world. But we can switch it no matter if it's what we like or don't like. If we don't like it, we can change it like that, because we know the power that we have. The power is inside us. Abundance is within you. Abundance is your birthright. Your subconscious mind, I said it in the beginning, your subconscious mind is your spiritual mind. Your spiritual mind, you're linked. God is within you. The Holy Spirit is inside you. So your subconscious mind is linked to the Spirit of God. This is where your intuition comes from, where your gut feelings come from. It all comes from your subconscious mind. But we use a whole bunch of different terminologies for it, which of course makes it confusing. But other than that, my friends, peace, blessings to you, and comment below. Love to hear from you. Other than that, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.